Friday, June 21st, 2024. Here I am at the dacha. So what am I going to do today? Well, first of all, most important, I got to cut the grass. I have not cut the grass in 2 weeks. It's been raining and raining and raining. And that's my number one priority. So absolutely no staining today unless I finish cutting the grass. But I have a little bit of a dilemma. Since the grass is high, it's going to take me a little bit longer. So I'm kind of thinking, okay, I have a little bit of fuel left in my jerry can and I don't want to run out. So I'm going to have to take the most priority places first. And if I have any fuel left, I'll start going around the raspberry bushes that are just around the corner over here. And the black currants sort of right in there. So it takes a long time and you got to go around and it takes up a lot of fuel. So number one right here, number two in this order, number three this side lawn, four is that one right there. I'll check my new grass, the new lawn that I planted. I'll see if it's growing or not. And if it is, I'll probably end up taking off the fabric that's covering it. Anyways, time to get started. Let's go cut some lawn. Okay, so as I'm cutting and I'm putting the grass over here, this is where we're gonna have our watermelon patch, not this year, but next year. I quickly noticed that the grass that I planted over here is already starting to shoot right through the fabric. I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here it is. So you could see that the grass is coming through the fabric. That means that I need to take off all the fabric that I have been covering the grass here. So, a little bit of a distraction from cutting the lawn, but it has to be done. So, let's uncover it. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so I removed all the rebar and all the bricks and I piled them up over here and on the other side. Let's reveal and see what the grass looks like. Let's turn the camera around. Okay, there it is. How does it look? Not bad. There are a few little gaps. But it's not too bad. So it's very, very soft right now. We're gonna have to let it firm up a bit. And let's take the rest of the fabric off. So there it is. This is the one section that, one of the three actually. There's number two right there. And number three is the other end of the lawn. So I still gotta uncover that. That's actually not too bad. I'm happy. Now, any of these bald spots, they will end up growing in with grass. That's not a problem. The thing is, right now, probably for the next 2 weeks, we're not going to cut the grass. Let it grow even taller. And also, don't walk on it because it'll just sink down and then there's going to be footprints. And then when it dries up, it's going to be little pockets here and there. So that's not good. Anyways, let's go and take that fabric off. So this little section also turned out pretty good. Nice and flat. That's what's important. So that when I'm going to be cutting the grass, I'm not going over these humps and chewing the blade on the lawnmower. Same with that. Nice and flat. That's the look that I want. Nice and flat. Okay, let's go fire up the lawnmower and start mowing again. Okay, so I'm at about the halfway part here right now. And let's check it out. You can see how much of the grass has been cut. So there's been a lot taken out. And I gotta turn the camera around. I gotta show you another thing that I have to do right now. Okay, so 2 weeks ago when I was making this part of the lawn, this was all the garbage that I set aside. Obviously, I got to move it out. So I gotta bring the wheelbarrow over, load everything up, and whatever is burnable material, I'll take it to the wood pile. Whatever is to the garbage dump, I'll take it to the garbage pile. So there it is. That's what we got going on right now. Okay, so I've cut all the way up to this area that I planted, and let's open it up and reveal how much grass has grown. So first we'll have to take the rebar away, and then we'll move the bricks out of the way, and then we'll pull the tarp off, and we'll see how the grass looks. The rebar and the bricks have been removed, and let's reveal what it looks like. Pull it back. Let's take a look. Looks pretty good. Looks very nice. Okay, so there it is. Very, very nice. So, when I'm going to be mowing the lawn here, from now on, I'm not going to be chewing the dirt. It's going to be nice and level. And that's exactly what I want. Oh, let's pull this one back. Let's take a look. Very nice. All right, let's put the tarps away and continue with our mowing. So this is the third fill up that I'm doing for the lawnmower here. And how much fuel do I have left? Well, I have about 3/4 of a liter. So it's going to be cutting it pretty close on, no pun intended, cutting it pretty close. I should be able to complete everything. So all I have left is the main parts. The front lawn here, this area, that area over there, a little bit around my work area, a little bit around the garden and around the pond. And last but not least, there's an area over there. Well, let's get a closer look at what has to be cut here. So this lawn space over here, and what consumes a lot of time and a lot of fuel, is the raspberry patch. So you got to go around it, and it's actually quite tall in areas, and just a pain. What I'm planning on doing is next year I want to make the rows a little bit wider. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. Next year I want to reduce it to 4, so that it would be much wider in between the rows. And any of these void areas, what I'm going to do is, if I make 4 rows, I will have 4 full rows, instead of having pieces of lawn like there's nothing growing there. So that's for next year springtime. Okay, let's get back to mowing. Okay, we're getting to the end here today. So came to this section over here. This is where this garbage was. So before I mow it, and before I start going around there and around the pond, I gotta take the garbage away and then start mowing again. Okay, so finished cutting the grass. Took about, I don't know, 4 hours, 4.5 hours. I knew that it was going to take longer because the grass was really high. Didn't cut it for 2 weeks. So before I put it away, I need to turn it over and get all the grass out from where the cutting blade is, and then fuel it all up for next week, and then put everything away and then go home. It's Friday night. Probably a cold one waiting for me at home. Anyways, I gotta finish up. So this is what I'm talking about. So there's all this that has to be taken out. Look at that. Look at all that. It's caked on. So you got to take it off while it's still wet. Otherwise, when it dries, it'll become like concrete. So I got to do it quickly and take the lawnmower away. Okay, I got one last thing to do before I take off. I got to water all the plants in the greenhouse, or in the greenhouses. So all the plants that are in there, and all the plants that are in there. So it should take me about 5-10 minutes. once everything is watered, I will know that everything is good to go. All right, let's go water. And that's that. Oh, check this out. We got a little frog. Little guy. Inside the greenhouse. Okay. Guess he likes it in here. Another thing I noticed. The strawberries that were put here temporarily already starting to bloom, and we're getting berries. It was actually my mother-in-law's friend that had a whole bunch of strawberries, and she said, hey, take the strawberries. So my mother-in-law took them and gave them to us, and we put them here temporarily. I'm getting distracted by the frog. Look at this guy. Oh, he's rolling around. Okay. Anyways, so that's why we got the strawberries here in the greenhouse. We didn't know where to put them, so we just put them here temporarily, and now they're starting to bloom and ripen, and we're getting berries. And looking at everything else, the lettuce is just amazing. Check this out. Believe it or not, that's like one head right there. Huge. And that's the second head. Okay. Gotta start cleaning up and gotta go. Okay, I'm all done, ready to go home. So, did I get my objective completed today? Absolutely. I came out here to do one thing, mow the lawn, and I mowed it. Yeah, it took a long time because it was not mowed for 2 weeks, but it's all done and I'm ready for the weekend. So that's good. Oh, I also uncovered the new grass. Right, I uncovered the new grass, and oh, we just saw the frog a couple minutes ago. That's that. Anyways, I gotta go. So tomorrow's Saturday, and then there's Sunday, and I think I'm gonna come out here Saturday and Sunday. There's a lot of work to do. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but a lot of work, and if it's not raining, I'm not gonna be staining. I'm gonna be working around the yard. I got so many things to do. So that's that. Anyways, take care, stay in touch. Paka paka.